Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. So as you can read from the title, today we're going to be reading some crazy father-in-law and mother-in-law stories, and I hope you're gonna have fun, and I would be interested to know what you think. So without wasting time, let's just get into it. Am I the asshole for hitting mother-in-law after she forcibly tried to remove my clothing? My husband has recently been working on boundaries with his mother, as she is overly cold towards me and makes me feel she doesn't like me. For some context, she's very formal with me, like how you would speak in a job interview or with a weird preaching neighbor. She really doesn't speak to me at all beyond hi and bye, and if she's forced, she's super serious and uptight. He has been making it clear that she can't continue like this. Mother-in-law has been playing dumb and saying she doesn't know what we want from her. I'm not her daughter, so it's weird. No one is asking her to love me like her own child, in quotes, and claims we are stressing her out. My husband and I recently attended an outing with his family, and mother-in-law was warned ahead of time that she needed to be friendly. We were at the beach and I wanted to keep my cover on, as I've always struggled to love my body, and her daughters always wear skimpy bikinis. Obviously, I don't expect them to change to accommodate me, but I prefer to keep cover up. My husband went off for a little bit, and mother-in-law kept harping on why did I have a cover up on. I told her to leave it alone, and then she laughed and began to try and do my tie. Whoa! I told her to stop, but she kept going. At this point, all my physical boundaries were being violated. Yeah. So I just hit So I just hit her. I didn't mean to hit so hard, but I made her lip bleed. She genuinely didn't seem fazed by it and didn't allow son-in-law to tell their stepdad, because that would have been World War III. Oh, so like the stepdad wouldn't be on her side. When we got to the car, I broke down and told my husband, who says it was fine I hit her. He called mother-in-law and told her a new one, as he should. Mother-in-law said we are hypocrites because he asked her to be friendlier, and this is what she does with her friends. She called me trashy for hitting her. First of all, talking to you in a formal way, yes, we can live with that, but crossing boundaries to a point where she's untying your cover up, I mean, you genuinely felt violated. And I know this was not your intention, it's just that someone crossed your boundaries, and I'm sure if it was anyone, you'd have done the same. And in this case, it's it makes it just funnier. I mean, some people and boundaries are like worlds apart. First of all, shout out to your husband, because he's standing up for you and he does understand the relationship that is there between you and your mother-in-law. And to be honest, if you can just accept that this is how the relationship is going to be, you live well and you live so peacefully, like by not trying too much, like to reach out to her and trying to create a friendship. She's already showed you there's not going to be much of a relationship between the two of you. Okay, now that is out of the way, the other part, how the hell does someone try to remove you're not a child. And I know anyone who'd, and I know this, and I know you didn't do this purposely because it's your mother-in-law, and I know you would do this to anyone who tried to come into your space and rip off your clothes. Anyway, let's see what other people had to say. So someone said, no, put your foot down. I wouldn't want to be around her. So I'd tell my partner that isn't happening. Perhaps if I received a genuine apology, I'd change my mind. Honestly, from people like this, you don't even expect an apology. Just some of these people just leave a thing like this to just fade out and seem like it didn't happen. So waiting for an apology is it's never gonna come. I don't think it's ever gonna come. Not the asshole for hitting in those instances, but why are you trying to force her to be friendlier? If she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. As long as she's polite, like like a job interview, you should be thankful. Not everyone is going to be friendly and love you. Move on and be happy. A relationship with her will be less dramatic. Yes, just as I said it. That was a rough start. So the second story, so we're going to do 2 mother-in-law stories, 2 father-in-law stories. All right. Mother-in-law lied about my baby gender. Now I have to see my baby in the clothes they brought. English is not my first language. Okay, sawa. Okay. November last year, I, 30 female, gave birth to a first baby. It's the first in my family and the 6th in my husband's family, 32 male. It's important to say that all 6 kids are boys, and mother-in-law is in some sick baby girl rabies. Ever since we made the announcement, mother-in-law convinced herself that I was pregnant with a girl. I told her that once we knew the gender, she would be the first one to know. We told her it was a boy. She was convinced it was a girl. Whew. we are off to cray-cray. We are off to cray-cray. And she told the whole side of the family it was a girl. I corrected, but she told them I was just being annoyed because I wanted a boy first. Oh God. I mean, I just told her it's a girl, it's a boy. I wanted a healthy, so in quotes, I wanted a healthy baby. I didn't have a damn about the sex. She also told them I was naming the girl after her mom. Which we will never do because husband hates his grandma. This story gets crazier and crazier. When the baby shower gifts started to come in, I noticed a lot of things that weren't in the register. Embroidered things with grandma's name. Oh. And it didn't matter. We told them the gender and the name and make it clear we are not lying about the gender. Everyone believed her. Why though? Well, the baby was born and imagine the surprise. It was a boy. Just like we had been telling everyone. The problem for them was that now the baby had plenty of girly clothes like pink onesies etc, and we are dressing our baby with them, especially for his family video calls and for pictures for them. I mean, that's all there. That you put some things in the register and this is what they brought. So after Saturday's call, mother-in-law called us to scream to us because we are making the elders uncomfortable for not sticking to a masculine color scheme for the baby clothes. What the hell? And we have to stop being this childish. She just thought my belly shape was more like a girl than for a boy. We told her we will not change the baby's clothes and to just wait until the dresses fit. He will look adorable. We've already understood that the mother-in-law is delusional and crazy from the get-go, but I still can't get why everyone else believed the mother-in-law and not you guys. Like, why though? Did anyone even apologize for not listening to you since this is your baby and you fast? I'm glad I'm glad you are taking it in a stride. I would have been really offended by the whole situation. What did you do with embroidered things? Just use them anyway. I know, like, what did they expect you to do? What did they expect you to do? It's bonkers to me that one side of the family just thought she was lying. I know she's the mother. Like, they're the parents of the child. Why would they ever lie about the gender of their baby? And why would everyone else believe the mother-in-law and not the parents of the baby? This is crazy. In some cultures, elders are respected and believed more than the younger ones, even if the younger ones are fully functional 40-year-old adults. They are elders, so they should be respected, and whatever they say goes without contradiction, without even taking a second to think, why would the parents think the baby is a boy and the mother-in-law thinks it's a girl, and they'll just go with the mother-in-law's word. Yeah, this is insane. The fact that she kept insisting it was a girl seems to border on clinically insane. And then why the fuck did everyone take her word for it when OP explicitly told them otherwise? I know, the belly shape, my ass. It's a myth, and if you get it correctly, it's usually a 1 in a 100 chance. Honestly, I'll say the first two stories are crazy. But trust me, we're getting into crazier territory. So, buckle up. While I was getting ready for my engagement party, father-in-law handed me his shirt and told me to iron it for him because I am a woman. I ruined it. Wow. My father-in-law had traveled down to attend mine and my fiance's engagement party. He was getting ready and staying at my house. I had my hair half curled and my makeup half done with not much time left. I was visibly rushing. He handed me his shirt and said, "Iron this for me." Apparently, my vagina gave me the necessary qualifications to being the chief ironer. I took it off him with a smile and ironed the vinyl print on the biggest setting and ruined his shirt. I melted the logo and got scotch marks on the shirt. Oops. Sorry, father-in-law. Don't know why you thought I'd be good at ironing, but I am terrible at it. I tried my best though. I feel like you're being a bit smug about it. He had to wear an ill-fitted replacement from my fiance. He ironed it. He ironed that one himself. So first of all, I think we need some context from this story. For me, I would iron it and just for the sake of getting done with it, and for there not to be like an issue or anything. It's your engagement party, yes, but above all things, you just want a smooth day, so I just do it and get done with it and give it to him, and that's that. But the fact that I sense like OP is being a bit smug about it. I don't know why. Is he not so friendly, or what's going on with him? Because if he's a nice person, I don't see why you'd go to this extent of even, okay, it might be a mistake that you burnt the shirt, but the smug, unless the father-in-law is not friendly to you or they're generally not nice to you. So there's an edit. I'm getting a lot of hate for this, so I wanted to clear up some common misconceptions. My father-in-law is a terrible, sexist man that abused my mother-in-law until she fled with her then young children to a women's refugee center. There is absolutely no question that he was demanding I iron the shirt because I am a woman and that's what women do. No, I didn't feel like politely declining, and no, it's not my responsibility to teach him how to be less sexist. I worked with a guy who always complained that he had to take his shirts to the dry cleaners to be ironed because his mother didn't get it well enough. He was appalled when I suggested he do it himself. Funny thing is, he married a woman who insisted he do his share of the housework. I suspect ironing his shirt was part of it. He could save others from wrinkles, but not himself. So the last story is a bit wild. I told you it's getting crazy. And here it goes. Am I overreacting? I caught my wife's stepdad sniffing her underwear on the baby monitor. It's so gross. Am I overreacting? We are currently living out of state and my wife flew home to surprise her mom. She took our 10-month-old son with her. She called me and told me to look at the baby monitor that automatically turns on when it senses movement. I looked at the video she was talking about and she can see her stepdad, whom, okay, in quotes, whom her mother married when my wife was 10. In her room, picking up a pair of pants with the underwear in them, holds them up to his nose and takes 3 big sniffs you can actually hear on the monitor, and sets them down. This was 1 hour ago. I'm close to buying a plane ticket, flying there and beating his ass. Should I do it? She's telling her mom right now. Oh my god. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my god, this is so gross. This is crazy and gross at the same time. But if he's been living in this house since the wife was 10, am I too crazy to think he's been doing this all this while? And I'm hoping honestly it didn't go beyond that. Although it's crazy and it's weird and it's not right and it's so wrong, I hope it's not past that, because most of these people who go on sniffing people's clothes eventually, especially for kids, they eventually go on to abuse kids, and sometimes the kids are too scared to say. Oh, let's go to the comment section. This is fucking gross. You are not overreacting by flying out there to ensure the safety of your family. Yes, you should fly out for the safety to at least ensure that your family is safe, or at least have them fly back home for their own safety. And definitely tell the mom, and I'm hoping the mom does not take the guy's side, because some women do tend to do that, but I'm hoping she does not take the side of the guy, but rather listens to the lady. This is a red flag. Now, to think that you're gonna have girls and they are going to call this their grandma's home and their grandpa's home, and they are gonna travel and come to see this gross old grandpa, and you can't even imagine him sniffing your children's clothes. Yes, get your family out of there, and as long as he's there, I don't think it's okay for you to let your family go over there again. This is so creepy. He's probably been sniffing around since she was 10 too. Yes, I know. If your wife just flew there and the first thing for him to do is to start sniffing the clothes, it just means that he probably did sniff her clothes when she was younger, and he probably missed sniffing them. Ew. This is so freaking gross. I just wish there would be an update about what the mother said. So I'm gonna say OP is not overreacting, and he should definitely get his family out of there. And as long as this man is still there, I don't think there's any reason for your family or other children to go visiting there, because it's just a telltale sign that he may be also a PEDO. Right, so those are some crazy mother-in-law and father-in-law Reddit stories. I hope I'll catch you up next time. Goodbye. I'll see you in the next one.